Hey everyone, it's Lone Crow 503 and welcome back to episode 5, I believe, of my newest series where we are making a 2.5D platformer in Unity, which you'll be doing right here with me. If you notice this time around, instead of starting with a little intro, I've got everything already pulled up. So let's dive right into it. I'm hoping to have this be done a little bit shorter today. So I don't want to have another like 4 or 5 hour session, but we'll see. So to start, we're going to be making a wall jump feature for the game. If you check out what we have so far, we have it to where you can run. Oops. That's right. Full screen mode has some wonky physics there, but we can go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. And jumping. And we can press E to make the elevator come down. Press E again, make it go up. Run over here. And now we need to be able to wall jump to get up to that top area. So let's get into it. Void on controller. Collider hit. So this is called automatically by Unity whenever the character controller hits something. And so you'll notice that in Unity, we are using the character controller component, which is what we're using to detect our collisions, as well as integrate our movement. So if you remember how we did our movement in the past, we have the controller dot move, and then we add velocity multiplied by time dot delta time. So now we're going to use that same controller to detect the collision physics. And now we are going to use debug.drawArray, and this is going to create a GUI object that's going to show us the point that we're hitting, and then the normal, which the normal is the parallel direction, I think, with something. So essentially, that should be what's determining what is the ground and what is a wall. So you'll notice that we move along this ground, but we don't fall through it. But when we get up to a wall, which I need another coin in order to use that elevator, you see that the controller is able to react and treat this as a wall. And it knows that it's not grounded, it's not walking on it. I can't just keep hitting the jump button because right now it knows we're on the ground. So if you see the controller dot is grounded, that's what it's checking. It's checking the normal to see if there's a vertical normal and you're touching the bottom, I believe. And we're going to be doing something similar, but when we do this, we save it, and we go back in. I can't see nothing. Let's see. There's more to it. Ah, gonna add a color. believe that has to be a capital. And that's going to be a lowercase. So, with that saved, we start, and now you're going to see a line. We should. Wait a second. Okay, it's not working for me. So what is going on? Debug.drawArray, and then in parentheses I have hit, which is this, dot point, comma, hit dot normal, comma, these are all lowercase, and then uppercase C for color, dot blue. That is all correct. This should be working. There should be no reason why it wouldn't be. Okay, well, let's see. Debug.drawArray draws a line from start to start plus direction and world coordinates. Requires a start, which is the point, and then a direction, which is the normal, and then a color, which we have. On controller collider hit, on controller collider hit, controller collider hit. The heck? That's not right. I even watched this video before I hopped on here, just to make sure that it was going to be working fine, but looks like that might not be the case. So, let's see, debug dot draw working. So, pull this over for you guys to see. And I'm always worried it's going to show my personal information. Hopefully not. Oh, wait a second. I believe I see it. See this little blue line? It's pretty thin. It's there. Okay. So in the scene view, it was working. It's so small though. You'll see there's this blue line right here. This blue line is the normal saying that the direction of this wall, the normal of it is to the right, just as the normal for this one is left, which is kind of hard to see, but you should be able to see it right here. Yep, there it is. That one's facing left, and then the other one is facing right. Although I don't know why that one's so high, but shouldn't matter. I don't know why his is so bright though. It's probably because he's developing in this. Or no, because it's still the same scene view. Mhm. So, okay, we're gonna go back into the script. So this isn't necessary. This just creates that line as a reference. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to end up taking it so that you can't have full control over your jump. So we're going to add a commit. So when you run and you jump, right now I can change directions. Say I can be running this way, and then I can do a little kind of take back, even without the double jump. The double jump just makes it easier. Um, but for the wall jump, we want commitment, at least for his project plans. Oh, by the way, a little side story here. So, uh, not yesterday, the day before, I think so, yeah. So whenever I did my last stream after I got off, um, some freaking dude named Muhammad Muqtadir or something like that, from like obviously some guy from some random country, apparently reported my stream, claiming that he owned my video content. And Facebook, uh, as far as I could tell, I got notifications on my phone and email and everything from Facebook, and it was on the actual Facebook app and everything. Um, and it was saying that he was claiming that I had stolen like video or audio footage from him, and that he owns part of my video. And obviously that's not the case. I have no audio here. I have my desktop audio and everything turned off, so that you guys can't hear anything except for my mic. And aside from my mic and me talking, um, the only thing that you're seeing is either my internet browser or Unity or Visual Studios. And I mean, maybe a couple other softwares, but I'm not showing other people's video content. I'm not playing music or anything. So, like, there is 100% no doubt in my mind that this guy is clearly a scammer, conner, whatever. I googled his name. Apparently, he's like some dude who thinks that he's like cool on Instagram or whatever. Um, but Facebook not only then locked part of my video and said that it's like in a dispute now, but they said that if I want to file a dispute against it, so that he doesn't just own it, then there's a risk that my entire channel will be completely shut down. And if I do file a dispute, it's going to give this random, obviously like scammer guy access to my personal information, so that way he can like review my content and make sure that it's not his property. Which I mean, he's a liar. Whoever this guy is, he's a total piece of shit. And for him to do that, and then for Facebook to be like, oh, this American streamer, uh, who's just doing dev work, whatever their mod, software is that's detecting this, and then some random guy from some random country is like, oh, I own his content, and it's gonna block me, and it's gonna then within like legitimate Facebook official notifications and everything, straight up said, um, that I'm at risk of having my channel shut down if I want to file a dispute against this guy. And so the fact that there's scammers out there just doing that kind of stuff is just so shady and so lame. And I'm guessing that he's like some failed streamer or something that's like super butthurt about it. So he then takes his time to go on to other people's stuff and try to have them shut down, or try to get their stuff blocked or locked. Just, trolling type behavior. But yeah, man, that frustrated me so much because I'm like, who the heck is this guy? And why would Facebook, even for a second, think that this guy has any legitimacy to him at all? So ridiculous. But let's get back into this. So, okay, so we're gonna go here, private vector 3, and then we're going to essentially recreate the other ones. So we're going to have direction, um, velocity. Oh, and in case uh, Facebook is reviewing my stuff to see if this guy wants to try to steal some more stuff. Every time that I refer to him or he, I'm talking about the person in the video that I'm watching, which is the Game Dev HQ instructor for a program that I'm in, who I have explicit permission from, uh, as in like the owner of this whole company, the owner of the video content that I'm using and everything. I have explicit permission so long as I don't show you guys his actual videos. So, uh, yeah, when I say he or him, I'm not referring to some random, Middle Eastern guy from, a country 10,000 miles away from me. So, nope, this guy's in Hawaii, and his name is Jonathan Weinberger, and he's an amazing instructor. Okay, and now we're going to come back down here, and we are going to remove this, add an underscore. Hmm. So, hmm. So the way the way he just did that, that's supposed to lock the. Whoa, sorry. Let me mute my mic. I think somebody just dropped off a package. She has the loudest barks too. And I got this spray bottle and I've used it once and she just looked at me and like she thought it was a treat and was just sitting there getting sprayed like, "Oh, yay. Oh, it's so nice." Sweet. It's got a giant package. That's my new upholstery steam cleaner. So, so I'm looking at what this guy's got going on, and I did everything that he did. So it's just changing it from local to world space variables. So the variables are covered on everything. So private vector 3, direction velocity. Hmm. Well, it's not how it's working for me. But honestly, I like being able to change my direction, so curious why it's not the case though. See, I can still turn and go a different direction. And he's just like, if he jumps up, it's up. If he jumps to the right, it's to the right. Hmm. So that could definitely be a problem, though. Let me. Hmm. Just send out something on here on Discord. So this mic is always in my way. I need to get a boom. Put it on that stick. So when I converted my direction and my velocity vector 3s to world space instead of global, as instructed. Hmm. Well, this is like 90% of being a programmer is debugging, so let's see. We have everything's under the is grounded check. So if it is grounded equals true, then velocity, y velocities, jump height, um, Well, everything's happening outside of the is grounded check, but same on his. Wait a minute. Ah, I see. I see what the issue is. These guys here, they have to be put here. And that's what I was figuring. It's like that. Sure, right by my wheels. She tries to snuggle anything she can get near. And even if it's the wheels to my chair, she sits there and she like puts her paws around them and just snuggles it. But then if I roll my chair in any direction at all, it squishes her toes. Or her face. Or her ears. It's just such a okay, so that should do it. By the way, every time that like I stream, I've always got like one viewer that hops on not long after I start, and I can't see who's viewing. I believe it's Facebook, but I always have that, and I've been curious if that's like a moderator or if it's a consistent person or what, because from what I can tell, they don't ever pop up on the chat, and by they, I mean you, sir and or madam. As I click on Facebook, and apparently Facebook thinks that I know just racks on racks of models because wow, okay. Uh, well, let's see. Let me check my page, and let's see. Maybe it's on Twitch. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's just moderators, because I believe it says that there's nobody. Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, for those of you who do want to tune in, feel free. I'm just developing, man, making a game. Also, yesterday and today, I put a good amount of time into the development of one of my own games. And I can't talk about it, and I can't show you guys any of it, but I'm working on the prototype right now. And once I have the prototype done, then I will get working on the demo, and I will be starting a Kickstarter or Patreon or something like that. I actually don't know anything about like crowdfunding stuff, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. And then I'll be posting my game demo out there, and I'll be starting a fundraiser to have the development of my company begin. And I'll tell you guys what, no matter what, whether you donate or not, my games are coming, and they are going to change everything. Just super, super confident in my abilities, and I'm proud of some of my designs. Not all of them, but I've got a good couple handfuls. Those binders behind me, which you can't see, but now you can. Those are gonna change the world. So okay. Yep. And now it's committed. I'm trying to go back. No. But that means double jump also just keeps going. So I'm even if I'm pressing the opposite direction, it hard commits there. Yeah. And that means if I only have a slight jump to that, that's it. God, I do not like the way he's doing it because then the other thing he's doing is velocity plus equals jump height, I believe. Oh, no, he doesn't have that. He has it down here. Y velocity plus equals jump height for the double jump. And that is where the movement ends up looking like this. Yeah. Boom. Whoa. Don't even. Ah! Oh, that's right. It restarts. Okay. Hold on. He's got it all the way where he doesn't even. There. Don't even need that. Whoop. Not how I would choose to do that. Whoa. Uh. Uh. So, stuff like that pops up sometimes. I don't even know. Single from metadata. Epsilon. Hmm. Well, I'm not interested, so. All right. All right. So here comes the challenge part for the wall jump. So I need to check if not grounded and if touching the wall. So I'm guessing it's like the if controller dot hit, wherever that debug is. Where is it? What? Okay, so he wants us to create a new tag. We're going to name it wall. And then we're going to say platform 3 and 4 are both going to be tagged as, not 5, as wall. So when he's doing the challenge parts, he explains it and then he says like only part of it in the sense of it's like pseudocode. So he's saying if not grounded and touching wall, controller dot is grounded. Equals false because we're in the air. And let's see, hit dot transform dot tag equals wall. That's a good one right there. So kind of like the void on trigger enter, we've got on controller collider hit, very similar. So if the character controller's built-in collider uh, enters, it's the hit, um, then yeah, you can check for the. This is just like how we put other for the. I don't think we have an on trigger enter here. We do for like coins and stuff. Open one of those. So on trigger enter collider, this is this object's collider, and other is the name that we give to the other object's collider, which we then can grab the object off of it, because we're going to grab other, and then we're going to say get the component player script off of the other object that we've just detected. So then we cache that. We're doing the same thing here, but we're saying on controller collider hit, this controller collider, and then that controller, or not that controller, but the point of being hit that point, hit that normal. Yeah. Yeah. So save that. I absolutely hate the committed jump here. Just use the default. Oh. Uh, so if controller dot is grounded is false and you're touching a wall, you can wall jump. So he just typed out, which is a mistake. I'm guessing he'll correct it in a second, but see. Um, the can wall jump equals, he put true, but it shouldn't, that should be a false. So. Because if the controller is grounded, you can't wall jump. So if controller is grounded equals true, this, you can jump. Else, so if the controller is not grounded, um, if input.get key down, key code space, if can double jump equals true, then so for naming variables, I really like the can do something or the is doing something for like booleans. So like can jump is a boolean check to see like are you able to. So if can jump is true, then it'll read your jump. Otherwise, it won't. Otherwise, you can say is jumping. So are you currently jumping? That's true. Um, versus are you not? Then false. Those are just good, just naming conventions that are pretty easy to understand. Why is he's read this like 4 times as true? God, and he's just not. So it's essentially if you're not on the ground, not against a wall. And I'd say there'd be another one right here. So hmm. So you can do that, or you can do else if. Should be this fine either way. Wall, surface, normal. So we're essentially going to be grabbing the transform off the normal. Whoa, what is going on here? That's fine. Animation. There we go. Okay. So that should allow us to bounce off the wall. Not in a full wall jump yet, but I can't even move. What did I do? Okay. The question is, what did he have me do? Let's see. So can wall jump equals true. We have this as well. But then we're gonna say wall surface normal equals hit dot normal. That should be fine. No, no. Wait a minute. Don't tell me it's because he had that there. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, I'm still frozen. Man, something must have happened. Let's see. Yeah, so something happened in that period. So let's see. We are going to add so just taking that away, and taking this away should allow everything to work fine. No, something else happened. To restrict all of my movement, that's pretty intense. Okay, let's do that test one more time. Everything works fine. And then what do? We add an extra variable to the jump, a parameter, I mean. Let's do it. That should still be good. And then it's going to happen right here. So private vector 3, wall surface normal. And then I realized that I forgot that. I believe I see where the problem is. Right before all of that. So then the double jump's not working right though. So let's see. It's got hmm. Let's see. Don't tell me. Because the double jump's not working now. No, I don't believe that's it. But if can double jump, it's true. Can jump, like lost equals, can double jump equals false. What about that? Wait, what did I just do? Typed wall. Um, ugh, I think that's why it was taking the double jump away. Yeah. Oh, whoa. So got the double jump, but if I'm up against the wall, I have no double jump, but there is no effect that's happening from the actual wall jump. So hmm. If can wall jump equals true, but that happens here. Wait a minute. What's the issue? Okay. There we go. So notice how it's like pushing me off. Um, that is what we're doing. We just need to essentially get rid of gravity. So then at this point, we will say velocity, surface normal, blah, 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 blah. Here. Underscore y velocity equals underscore jump height. And with that, we should have a better wall jump. Ugh. Look at that. What? Boom, 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 boom. And also what's cool is I can wall jump and then still do my double jump. Do double jump, wall jump, double jump. And if I went in here, because it doesn't look like it would be an issue if I, for one, took that away. And two, what was that thing that we did where we... these. So this should allow me to change directions mid-jump. And now, I like these controls better, because when you're developing a game, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to make the player feel in control. Oh. Look at what's happening there. Look at this. What? So I don't have an infinite jump if I just spam the jump button. But if I'm against the wall, then I do. It's not pushing me off. So could it be that we need to have the plus equals jump height here? Or could it be that direction and everything has to check if you're grounded? Yeah. Oh. Whoa. All right. Well, I don't like that at the very least, so. And that, my friends, is why you have to be careful about following somebody's instructions, because they might do one thing And even though you don't like it, and you think you can do better, like that committed jump right there, uh, there's a reason, and it'll break things later on. So, see, that pushes me on. So cool. Hmm. So I'd like to debug a way to give myself control. So next time we'll do a couple things. We'll do pushing objects. We'll do pressure pads that you would like push the object on, or whatever. But right now, just as a little extra thing, I want to go and correct this. So let's see. If we remove these, equals the horizontal input, but only if grounded. Otherwise, on update, it's going to continually do that. So because what are we doing down here with the direction? The velocity equals direction times speed. And down here, we're saying velocity equals wall surface normal times speed. So it was overwriting. But we should be able to get direction up here. Uh, and fix that issue to where I still get to do things my way. No. Direction equals horizontal input. But down here, because velocity equals direction times speed, otherwise velocity equals wall surface normal times speed. Because then direction is just, so horizontal input, we get it right here. And by saying get axis, we're saying uh, to get for horizontal is going to be either a 1 or a -1, but it's going to be 0 if you press nothing. And then when you press right, it's going to go like, per frame and scale up until it reaches 1, or scale down until it reaches -1, unless you put get axis raw, which is going to just say if you press left, it's negative, that this horizontal input equals -1. If you press right, it equals +1. You can see those. Oops, under input manager axes for the horizontal. So, yeah, positive and negative. So we're creating Direction should be being updated. Why would it not be? Why can I not change my direction? Because then velocity is only being changed and calculated if you're grounded. And can wall jump equals true. Can double jump equals true. So in order for can double jump to equal true, you have to have essentially you have to not be grounded. So say hmm, I'd have to put a bunch of time and thought into that. I just don't have, and it's okay. We're fitting the design. It's not my game. My game works to my design, so uh and I do have a design for a platformer, but it's going to be later on. So we'll see. Here's the pressure plate. Here's the block. Next time, we're going to push this block onto the pressure plate. But for now, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session, and I will see you next time. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up, guys. Let's do a proper. Can you see her? I had to move her bed from my room into here uh, because this house wasn't built right, and they put in new hardwood before I moved in. Uh, but although between you and me, it's the cheaper hardwood, so it's kind of like puzzle pieces that they put in through. It's like faux hardwood, or it's like the linoleum of hardwoods. But they didn't put the proper layering down underneath it, and so moisture and humidity will actually seep through the wood, specifically in areas where there is something warm being kept on the surface. So if I lay down pillows, blankets, or whatever, and then she goes and lays on them, it within like a few hours, there's like a puddle underneath. And when I first moved in here, before I got my new bed, I had laid something on the ground and made a little bed for me on the floor of my room, and it had done the same thing underneath me. She licks her crotch. Shira, come here. Come here. Get over here. Come here. She knows. The funny thing is, when she's not on camera, she straight up has been coming over and asking to like hang out in my lap while I work. Uh, which she doesn't normally do that, but she has been more so lately. Um, but when she knows I'm on camera, which part of it's because I'm talking to you guys, she does not want to be a part of this. So, come here, sleepyhead. Get some loves. Get on camera. Okay, fine. What if I give you a treat? Then will you come over here? Are you still gonna resist? This is freeze dry pork. What? Come over. Come over. Let's get this stuff. Oh, get up. Come here. All the way up. All the way up here. Oh my goodness. Look at poppers. Come here. Oh, there you go. There's your treat. Nom nom. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. So good. Woo! See that look? That is the look of somebody who absolutely is loving this. Did I earn your affection right now, Shira? Did I? You see her little tail was wiggling there for a second. Just for a second. Just for a second. All right, you want to get down? Her tail wiggles and she tries to lick me. That is a yes, Papa. I want to get down. So, well, all right, you guys. I guess we can. Hey, guess we can call that a session. And I gotta write my article. So with that,